Good morning. Today we're still video blogging, and today I want to talk to you about the desires of your heart, because this is another thing that I have taught that I think is so very important to understand, because we as women, we make this error over and over and over again, and we just don't understand the foundation of these desires within. And oftentimes we use the scripture of Psalms, delight in him, he'll give you all the desires of your heart, and we think, we approach him with these petitions. I want to be a wife and a mother and a best-selling writer, and I want this beautiful home, and we delight in him, thinking that he is going to then give us the desires of our heart. And truth be known, if we simply find the desires of our heart when we choose to find delight in him, it is truly when you can get to a place where you enjoy the presence and the company of the Lord, and you embrace his love that he has for you, that you feel in a way you have never felt before, and he fills you in a way you have never been filled before. So I want you to understand a little bit about what are the desires of my heart. Why are they there? One of the first things I want you to know is that in Ecclesiastes 3:11, he says, I set eternity in the hearts of men. Eternity in the hearts of men. So you must know that somewhere down in your heart there is a piece of eternity, something that is tasted heaven, let's say, that desires to be reconnected. Surely when you have tasted something that you just cannot, I know, I used to love we don't have an Outback here, but I used to live by an Outback, and the chocolate thunder from Down Under, if you've ever had that. Oh my gosh, it is so good. And I would just crave it, just taste, have a bite, and now you want the chocolate thunder from Down Under. But, so I can only imagine, so that little crave we have for something that's just delicious and yummy, heaven, tasted heaven, something that we can't even fathom, your heart's already been there. There's a piece of it there. So of course there's something in you that is always desiring for more than anything in this world could ever satisfy. Romans 5:5 follows it up with, I poured my love in the hearts of men. So your heart has tasted eternity, and now it has the love of God. This love that Paul says has heights and depths of which we cannot fathom, is in your heart. So your heart is what we call a God-sized hole. I mean, it does. It has tasted eternity. It has the love of God there. So it is out searching to be reconnected. And so when we don't understand this, when we don't understand that this planting of God in our hearts to connect with him and to find him, we start searching for all kinds of other things to fill us. We look for roles, we look for men, we look for marriage, we look for children, we look for status and social things. We look, and we come up empty. And then some of us, we get married, and then we realize, whoa, he was not sent here to fill me. And then we abandon ship, because that didn't satisfy that deep longing that was within. And we've all done it. We know, being little girls, we dressed up like Cinderella, and we've had little girls dressed up like Cinderella, and all these little princesses, this desire. If you've ever been to Disney World and you've seen the little princesses wandering around all in their little gowns and taffeta and tulle and tiaras, and they just want to be beautiful, and they want to be noticed, and they want to be loved, and it's because that is what you were designed to be. But from him, from the Creator, from the Father, he designed you. I chose you. He chose you. And so you have this desire to be chosen, until we turn and look at him and realize that all of these desires are from him, and we choose to love him most, because he says, I want you to love me with every part of your being, Deuteronomy 6. And then love your neighbor as yourself. So when we choose to love him first and love him most, then it's at that time that he fills us. And he fills that hole in your heart. So that when you do find that man that seems to be the love of your life in this life, he doesn't have to fill you. He gets to be the icing. And we don't set him up with false expectations to fill us either. The same thing with your job and your children. You expect, well, okay, the man didn't fill me, the job didn't fill me, now I'll have babies, and now you're just a mess because you've got to manage job and children, and you're trying to manage all your plate, and you're still feeling empty. So Ecclesiastes 3:11, I have put eternity in your heart. Romans 5:5, I put my love there too. And you know that when he comes back for you, the bride. That's even valid too. That desire to be veiled and beautiful and gowned in white and pure, it's all part of the plan. And so the truth of the matter is, when we realize the desires of our heart, they come from him, they are him, then we can just release everything else to just be. And truly turn from all the pile of things we put on our plate and start seeking him. I hope this blessed you today as much as it blessed me to share it with you, and I pray for you. I know that we do have desires of our hearts that are of this world. I mean, that's a given, and there are people out there that are desiring to be moms and to be wives and to have careers and a home, and I think he cares deeply about those cares of your heart. And so I will say this, let him be your cake. And let everything else on that desire list be your icing. And I will pray that he blesses you with a ton of icing. Have a great day.